Jesus, weary and saddened by the news of John the Baptist, seeks a place of rest. "Let's go," he says softly to his disciples, "to the green hills of Bethsaida, to rest for a while." But rest would have to wait. Upon arrival, a vast crowd, like sheep without a shepherd, awaited him. His fatigue melted away, replaced by deep compassion. He moved among them, his touch bringing healing, his gaze bringing hope. He lifted a child, helped a man walk, and mended not just bodies, but spirits. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and red, a practical problem arose. The people were hungry. Philip, ever the realist, pointed out the impossibility. 200 denarii worth of bread would not be enough for each of them to have a little, he said. Jesus simply asked, "What do you have?" It was Andrew who brought forward a small boy who shyly offered his humble lunch, 5 barley loaves and 2 small fish. Jesus embraced the child warmly, took the simple meal, and looked up to heaven. He gave thanks. Then the miracle began. As Jesus broke the bread, it never diminished in his hands. As the disciples distributed it, their baskets remained full. Surprise turned to joy, and whispers of, "This is bread from heaven," spread through the crowd of thousands, all of whom ate until they were satisfied. Later that night, after sending the disciples ahead by boat, Jesus went up on the mountain alone. The crowd had wanted to make him a king by force, seeking his Father's will in the quiet darkness, contemplating a crown of thorns, not of gold. Meanwhile, out on the sea, a violent storm erupted. The disciples, tossed by furious waves, cried out in terror, "The Lord is not here, we're lost." They screamed into the wind. But then, through the tempest, a figure appeared, walking on the raging water as if it were solid ground. "It's a ghost!" they yelled, but a familiar, calming voice cut through the storm. "It is, I do not be afraid." Peter, in a moment of faith, stepped out onto the water, but fear took hold, and he began to sink. Instantly, Jesus' hand was there, pulling him from the depths. The moment Jesus stepped into the boat, the storm ceased. The wind died down, the waves fell silent, and in an instant, they were at their destination. The disciples stared in awe, confessing, "Truly, you are the Son of God." The next morning, the crowds who sought only bread that perishes had gone. Only a few remained. It was then Peter spoke the words that echo through eternity. "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." And in Jesus' gentle smile, we see the promise of the ultimate sacrifice, the bread of life